¿Ya estás?
Acá estoy, me voy a ir con 3 kilos de más.
¿Vino Rocío?
Vino Rocío, sí.
Aclama.
Guys, we are going in. Vamos. Okay. Buen día.
Al principito ni se entera lo que está paseando, ¿no? Desmayado.
El siguiente, por favor.
Este es otro.
Perfecto. Acá te dejo 3 auriculares.
Muy bien. Somos 4.
4.
Somos 4.
Ahí está. Muchas
Ok, gracias.
Hola, buenas.
Gracias. We go up, Rocío. Sí. As we are going upstairs. Cuidado.
Cuidado.
Cuidado. Listo. You have to be careful, Rocío. The corner. I don't know why people don't sit here. Front is like the best. No competition. Maisha.
So high I'm hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through. Times don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world but keep the sky on your mind.
Let's go.
No, presenta
permiso. Ay, por Dios. Imagina. Adiós, museo.
We're waiting for Mr. Luis.
Mr. Luis, mira dónde estamos. We just arrived, so La Bombonera, La Boca. This is La Boca, the famous neighborhood of the team, football team, favorite football team of my dad, Mr. Luis. A happy child, a happy adult.
El sueño de papá.
Let's go explore.
Mr. Luis Tex. Join Mr. Luis.
My mom is there. So guys, today we decided to take this bus, School Buenos Aires bus, which is actually amazing because it has 25 stops in total around the most epic places of Buenos Aires to visit. And you can decide to go out and have a walk or visit the area, and the bus stops every 20 minutes. So you can just decide to go down in one of the stops, visit the area, and then you just wait for another bus to come pick you up and continue with your tour around the city. So it's very amazing. We paid, actually, for us that we are residents, we pay $20,000 each, which is $20, let's say $19 maybe. My parents, that they are jubilees, retired, they paid $10 each, and if you are a non-resident, a foreigner, you will pay $40 for the bus. So you get a ticket of 24 hours and you're able to use it the whole day and just do as you want to. While you're doing the tour, they give you some earphones and they explain the history about the places that you're going through. Like right at the moment where you're passing by, they tell you this building is this one on your left, on your right is this. So I really recommend to do this thing if you are here in Buenos Aires. So now we are going to Caminito. We are still in the neighborhood of La Boca. La Boca contains a lot of history because it's actually the neighborhood of the immigrants. A lot of people from other countries came to this neighborhood and started to build this place that today we call La Boca. Let me tell you that a lot of history they don't really recognize, or they don't tell you in the story, but a lot of these immigrants were actually black people. And the main thing about La Boca is tango. The tango music. Tango music has a lot of African roots. So I really want to make a point in this because not everybody really explains this. There are African roots in most of the Latin American music because they were all over the place, and including this neighborhood, La Boca. They were coming to this place, and these were the neighborhood where all the immigrants, Italians, Africans, Spaniards, they were here creating history for what today is this neighborhood. It was more low class, and something about this neighborhood is very, very colorful. These places are called conventillos. So let's go explore. We got Matata.
Yes, guys, as Rocio has told you, sometimes Argentina puts that history of black people away. But actually it's believed that this neighborhood used to be a very predominantly very black, and because remember there are rivers around this Boca here, Rio de Plata, and that's how they actually arrived here. One thing you have to notice is most black people around the world settled close to the oceans or close to big rivers. Reason being, that's how they arrived there. They didn't fly in planes, they didn't come. Most of them settled in the banks of those areas. Banks is nearby those areas because of that I've explained. So this neighborhood is called what?
La Boca.
Not neighborhood, this area we are
Caminito.
Caminito.
Caminito is now a famous
That's
street
where you can walk.
that we will reach here very soon.
Very good. So you have just explored.
So now we are walking towards the bus stop to go to our new destination, which is to the airport. We are finally here for the awaited moment, and we have very bad news. Turns out that this flybondi, let me show you. I will show you somewhere closer. This flybondi, if you ever are in Argentina, don't use this company. It's the worst company ever. Worst company. They have changed our flight 3 times in one day. 3 times. So I book a flight 10 a.m. in the morning. They changed it to 5 p.m. Now they're rescheduled again to 7, so we come here to pick a flight at 7. Now they tell us our flight is at 1 a.m. in the morning. Very pissed off, very pissed off. Don't ever book Flybondi, it's the worst company ever. In their first flight ever, my parents are experimenting what some travelers have to experiment sometimes, which is a lot of delays and waiting, long waits in airports. So here we are chilling. La primera vez que vuelan y ya están con retraso de aviones. En la sala de espera. Esto es lo que a veces los viajeros tenemos que hacer. Muchas horas de espera.
Ya 2 veces se suspendió. Ahora viajaremos de noche, a la 1 de la mañana.
Pero esto es lo que muchas veces he tenido que hacer, esperar por horas entre avión, vuelo y otro vuelo.
Bueno, pero vos sabés que después de 6 horas sale. Este no sabemos.
So I'm telling them that I have done this many times, waiting for hours between a flight and another. In this case, it's just our flight is delayed. My mom is telling, I know in your case, you know that your flight is going, is in fact happening. In this case, we don't know. No, but this one is supposed to be done for sure. Otherwise, I don't know. I think everybody who bought a ticket will be very mad with this company. But so far, we're gonna have to wait for some hours. and I hope time flies this time. We have finally checked in after a few hours of waiting. We are on the boarding area, just right next to our gate number 9. This is where we're going to board. Sorry, this is very late. I'm very tired and I'm struggling with my English right now. So for the first time of my parents doing all this process of an airport, which is not an easy thing. If you don't know how to do step by step, you can actually get very lost, especially in a big airport. Right now it's almost midnight, so things are very chill. They had a lot of time to process all the information, but basically I want to show you as well how to do. Once you pass the security check, one of the advices that was given to my parents, security was almost empty, so they had a lot of time to get their stuff back and things like that. But something I was explaining to them is that actually in big airports there's a lot of people, and sometimes you have no time to really think, oh, to put my jacket again. When you pass through the security scan, you need to remove your jacket. If you have a belt, you have to remove your belt. Sometimes if you carry big shoes, you have to remove your shoes. If you're wearing a watch, you have to remove your watch. You have to put your small wallets in a box along with your passport and documents and boarding pass, things like this. And if you have a big bag, you just put it on the roller. You just let it pass through there. But other stuff, you have to put your laptop. You have to put your laptop out of your bag and put it inside of this box. Otherwise, they will tell you no, you have to put your stuff. So that's very good to know before you actually come to the airport and pass through your security scan. The thing is, you have to be able to do all of these things quite fast and alert. Once you pass the security scan, everything is more than okay. You have to grab your stuff again. Something I was telling to my parents is that in big airports, sometimes you have one person after the other. Sometimes it's very full of people, and it can be dangerous. It can be a very good moment for pickpockets, to friends of the. I don't know how to say this in English right now. We call it amigos de lo ajeno, friends of the stuff that don't belong to them, we would say, but it doesn't sound so good in English. But amigo de lo ajeno, I will just translate it here if I remember this on the edition. So you have to be very alert and you have to be very fast to grab your stuff. Something I was advising to my dad, because he was actually putting his jacket again, the shoes, everything very slowly. He was getting distracted. One of my advices was that, Dad, today you had an amazing opportunity for the first time, because security, it was only us basically. But this, in a big airport full of people, you cannot do this. You just have to put your eyes on your stuff, get everything, your jacket and everything, and then you just move. You move to a place where you feel more comfortable, less people, and then you can put your jacket comfortably, even tie your shoelaces and things like that. But that's the first advice, because if they ever go to Kenya, for example, and I'm not with them at the airport to be a company for them to teach them how to go through the security scan, it's gonna be more chaotic. I don't think it's gonna be like this. It's gonna be an international airport, a lot of people, and maybe things are going to be different. So I think it was a very good moment for a first time today. It was an easygoing way. Second, I want to bring you here with me. I was telling them, once we cross the security check and we get to the boarding area, something very important is, even if you have your boarding pass with you and it tells you all the information about your flight, number flight, which gate you're supposed to board, it's very important that you pay attention to these screens that are actually all over the airport. It's very easy to find them. These screens are the are the ones that will give you the true information about what you are supposed to do. Where are you supposed to wait for your flight? It's very important that you check on, you look for sure. Your airplane company, you need to look there. For example, in our case, the first one on the list, right there, that is our flight. So it was very easy for us to find it. So first thing that you actually going to find is, for example, your airline company. Then you're going to find the destination where you're heading. For example, let's say Tucumán, this one. You look for the number of your flight here, and then you will check for the gate. And it says if it's on time or if it's delayed. In our case, ours is the one on the top, which is showing that it's delayed. It's been delayed since 5:55. Imagine, we are waiting here. Our flight is at the end is gonna be at 1 a.m. when it was supposed to be at almost 6 p.m. So we have been waiting all of this time today. So once you found your flight, what you need to check is the number of the gate. Once you know which gate is for you, you're supposed to board, then you look for these signs at the airport where they tell you where are the gates. In this case, gate 1 to 8, that direction, to the left. Gates number 9 to 16, to the right. In our case, we just arrived here, actually from this door, and we find out that our gate number 9 is just right here. So what we are supposed to do is just find a seat here in this area. So we are very next to our gates. So whenever our flight is about to get on boarding, we can hear, we can see, we are very close, and there's no worry that we may lose our flight or things like this. I have always done this, like I always make sure to come here and just sit and hang around next to my gate. So sometimes I see people running about to lose their flight, and it's because they have been waiting maybe very far from their gate, and I don't really recommend that because you don't want to be running because you're about to miss your flight. So I always recommend that you just wait on the very next to the gate of your boarding area for your flight. So okay, now that's what we have to do. Only we have to wait right now, and we're gonna experience my parents' first time flying.
Let's just wait for people to get out. We don't go with the key from boarding. Just let people go. Let's wait for Mr. Luis.
Yeah, they are coming now.
Guys, finally, thumbnail should be here. Sí. Vamos. Guys, we're going in the plane. Mr. Luis is already ahead of us, and me left a little behind. The worst flight to ever book in Argentina is this one. They cancelled our flight in like 24 hours, 5 times. Oh my God.
¿Qué número es, amiga?
Wow. fly boom.
Querido pasajero, estamos cargando combustible al avión. Le pedimos por favor permanecer sentado con el cinturón de seguridad desabrochado. No se recomienda el uso de baños en este momento. Muchas gracias. Dear passenger, we are not recommending aircraft. The instrument seat is real to the non-fasten. The use of the toilet is not recommended at this time. Thank you.
Looking for Mr. Luis and Mama Haharavija. I have 11 big, 8, 9, 10, 11, 10. Alright, I'll see you.
Guys, I'm on this side with my mom. Mara is on that other
Dear
side
passenger,
with my dad.
good evening.
But my dad doesn't have a window. I
5106.
don't know why. Just that, from that side, on this side, there is a window. On that other side, just this area doesn't have. And okay, next time, maybe on the comeback. So this is a real moment to put flight mode on for my mom. It's time. The airplane started to move. It's going to prepare for the taking off. ¿Estás lista? Mr. Luis. ¿Estás listo? Guys, we just arrived, finally. Ahora ves, estas son, mamá, papá, ven, ahora estas son, por acá va a salir el equipaje. Ahora, por acá va a salir el equipaje. Tenemos que ver ese que viene, hay que buscar cuál es la cinta que sale nuestro equipaje. Y acá van a pasar las maletas y se levanta. Okay. So now we have to pick up our bags that were checked in. And after this, we have someone picking us up. So from now on, I want to start saying thank you to two big names that I will be mentioning in these vlogs coming. Number one is Hotel La Reserva Virgin Lodge. It's gonna be hosting us, and Conquista tu Mundo is a tour company that is creating all our itinerary for this week that we're gonna be spending here, full of activities and things like this. So I'm appreciating them a lot. They are the responsible of us, basically. They're gonna be sponsoring some of our videos as well. So we have someone from Conquista tu Mundo picking us up from the airport to take us to the hotel. So we're gonna meet them very soon. Primera experiencia de vuelo, ¿qué pueden decir?
Bueno, yo no puedo hablar.
I'm asking them for the first
Yo muy
feeling
bien.
of the experience.
Me dormí un rato largo y bajé.
Por ser un primer vuelo para mí es espectacular.
Bueno.
Perfecto, todo bien, todo bien.
¿Los oídos te molestaron?
Sí, a mí sí,
Tell them about
me
it.
dolieron.
¿Eh?
Me dolieron.
¿Molestaron los oídos?
No.
¿No? 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 Wow. So my dad...
Qué ruido.
Pero la presión...
¿Eh?
La presión cuando aterrizó, ¿lo han oído?
Menos.
Wow, guys, my dad didn't feel anything in their ears. My mom had some pain, me, some pressure, but it wasn't a lot of pain comparing to our last week where we traveled with Mara. Was way more painful. All right. Acá estamos. Hola. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo va? ¿Todo bien? Un gusto. ¿Cómo es tu nombre?
Marcos.
Marcos de Conquista tu Mundo. Speaking up here. Estoy filmando para un blog.
Ah, vale.
Acá estamos todos nosotros.
Gracias para todo.
Somos cerca a Paraguay.
Sí.
Es porque cuando el avión baja, el celular.
Our driver has left us in. This is our new hotel. Welcome to. Adelante más. Pasa.
Esperemos que.
Bienvenidos a la nueva casa
Bien,
por
a la
unos
nueva.
días. La Reserva Virgin Lodge. We're gonna check in. We are immersed in the jungle. We will let you know more tomorrow because it's very late right now.
O sea que nosotros reservamos la reserva.
My dad is making a joke because it's called the reserve. My dad is saying, "Oh, we reserve at the reserve." So-
La habitación está arriba, así que ahí, sin problema voy a subir.
Ah, bueno.
Poco. No, la madera trata de ser resistente siempre.
Wow, mira este, look at this toilet. Oh my god.
Mañana nosotros filmar ahora,
Sí, mañana hacemos algo de.
dormir y mañana.
Oh my god. Tomorrow we do the tour. Tomorrow we do official tour, guys. But this is amazing.